That's cheap for me.
So I found out my boyfriend got a secret baby. And he had me paying for the baby shower. And I didn't even know. So boom, we're not living together, but kind of living together, you know. And we shared an iPad. Well, my iPad. Because his phone storage was always full or whatever the hell he told me. So one day, he leaves the iPad at home. He usually takes it with him because, like I said, he's using it for storage purposes. And I kind of don't really use it because I have no reason to. I heard that iPad go off, baby. My chest. Something in my chest told me I had to. I had to go through it. I had to. So I opened the iPad. I see a text from a girl. It said, "Thanks so much for yesterday. He kicked so much when you were around." Who is he? So as one naturally does, I go through every message they've had ever. And they've been texting for months, baby, months. And she's definitely pregnant. And he definitely seemed to be the baby daddy. I'm going through every message thread I see. And it's just getting worse. I see him texting his homeboy about how he's stressed about the baby shower and money problems and this, and this. When it came to me, it was no money problem. So I was very confused on where that was. Now pause. This same week, this man asked me for $300 for some car part he wanted for his car. Right? And if you're my man, I'm tricking. Yes, you could get $300. What? Come to find out, I helped this man fund a secret baby shower for this secret baby that I had no clue about. So fast forward, he come home from his long day of work thinking shit sweet. Boy, did I have some up my sleeve. So of course I confront him. I say everything that I know. And he gonna deny it. As if okay. So he walks in the room. I said, turn around. Right on the TV. All the messages displayed for him to deny. And I didn't get no sorry. I didn't get nothing like that. You wanna know what he said? Do you wanna know what he said? This man says, "I didn't tell you because you're too emotional." Like, what are you saying to me right now? Emotional? Oh, baby, you ain't seen emotional yet. But I can't talk about what I did next on TikTok, so we gonna skip past that. Oh, and the baby mama. Why she text me the day after the baby was born? To tell me that he told her I was his cousin that he lived with?
Okay, last time talking about this story because y'all keep asking me about it, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. So this story happened back in 2016, I think. I know I was like a senior in high school, so it had to be 2016. I was really good friends with this one girl. We were like really close. My mom had already told me like she does not think this girl is my friend, but I wasn't listening. I thought this girl was my friend. So I'm actually turned like this way, facing this side, and she was facing like my side, like right here. So I'm facing this way, she's facing me. My back is to her, and I'm listening. She puts the phone on speakerphone. The guy's on the phone, which was her boyfriend at that time, and he was like, "Yo, like, what are you doing?" She was like, "I'm in the bed." He was like, "Where you at?" She was like, "I'm at Lex's house." He was like, Lex that you don't like, Lex that don't like you, Lex that you say she's jealous of you, Lex that, I mean, he's going in on me. She's going in too. They're both going in on me. I'm laying right here. She doesn't know I'm awake. She does not know. She doesn't have a clue that I've even woke up. She doesn't have a clue that I even heard anything. So she's just there just talking smack dog trash, cash money trash about me. She doesn't know I'm up. So as she keeps going, she hangs up the phone, goes back to sleep. I got up because I could not take it anymore. I was so mad. So I got up. I went outside, I called one of my good friends, and I was just crying on the phone because I'm like, can you believe it? So the next day she leaves my house and she texts me. She was like, "Hey, can I come down there and can I borrow a swimsuit?" And I just never text her back from that day. So y'all, okay, I forgot to add this, okay? So we ended up going to college. She ended up following me to the same college. She ended up following me there. It was just crazy. And then she tried to befriend all my friends. She wanted to befriend one of my other friends because she was like, "Oh, she's rich. She's a rich girl. I want her to be my friend too. Like, she's super rich. I want to be friends with her." She's just really weird, okay? She told everybody she didn't like me. She never liked me. And then I took everything away from her. She was like a real deal episode of a Lifetime movie. She asked me, "Can we talk?" I said, "Yeah, but I need to let you know what's going on." She was like, "Okay." So I ended up taking my roommate. She ended up bringing her roommate. We met in like this little little area by Starbucks, and we wanted to talk about what I overheard her say about me that night. Oh, wait, let me stop. But before then, she asked if me and my roommate but she didn't know. But if we could meet at her dorm rooms, of course I wasn't going by myself to her dorm or whatever. So we go down there, we go into her dorm room, we're like standing there in the door. She has pictures of my friends on her wall, of the pictures of when we were all together. She was snapping pictures of my friends and like putting them on her wall and pretending like we was all friends. I was not this girl's friend. Okay. We sit down, I tell her like what I overheard, why haven't I been talking to her? And she basically was like, I don't know what you're talking about, you're lying, you never heard that. I was like, girl, yes I did. Like, how else would I know your boyfriend called you at this time? So I realized this was not gonna work, and I decided, you know what, we haven't been friends since this summer, we're just not gonna stay friends ever. Okay, fast forward, we ended up doing a school pageant together, and I do pageants, that's just what I do. And she got in the pageant, she lost, I won the pageant. She got so mad, she screamed and yelled. The judges came up to me, I didn't know this was all going on. She said to the judges come up to me and they're like, you know what, we really like you. Not only are you a sweet girl, you also have a great like sportsmanship. And I was like, okay, like thank you, but like where's that coming from? Well, after the guys and everybody else come up to me afterwards and say like this girl was screaming and crying backstage saying like she would lose to anybody, but she never wanted to lose to me. Losing to me broke her heart. Losing to me means that I get everything and she gets nothing. From that point, I had to transfer schools because this girl was insane, okay? She started blowing me up at whatever school that I ended up going to. She started blowing me up, trying to find people at those schools to try to feel like she wanted to tear my life apart. Did not work, obviously, but she tried it over and over and over again. She would constantly write me on Instagram. Even if I blocked her, she would go back again and ask me little bitty questions. But anyways, long story short, there you go. That's how I found out one time my friend was talking about me while she was laying in my bed.
Story time how this girl pulled up to my apartment looking for her man. And I'm telling y'all this story time because he literally just texted me and it made me think about the story time. So boom, I had met this guy on Instagram. Mind y'all, at the time I didn't even fuck with Instagram like that for real. I just fucked with Instagram because I was a college student, and you know, college people, they do Instagram more than Facebook and any other social media. So I got on Instagram and I seen that I had a message request from this particular guy. And this guy, he had sent me a friend request also. So when I get in the messages, he like, hey, you was so beautiful. Basically trying to fuck with me. I do not fuck with the nigga at the time. Some months had passed by and he still was trying. So I was like, hey, let me give him a chance. When I gave him a chance, he automatically had sent me some money. And from then on, he was just, you know, splurging out with the money. I should have knew right then that it was going to be some problem, because when a nigga got some money, most of the time they be fucking with multiple women. Most of the time, especially me, I didn't even have to ask for the money. So, you know, he fucking with somebody else because we don't even live in the same city. We do stay in the same state. So I had made like little plans to meet up with this guy because, like, first off, I want to know who the fuck I'm really texting. Like, why we never met in person and you just sending me money? So, y'all, he had took me to go get some seafood. And if you do not know me, seafood is the way to my heart. If a robber or a killer got some seafood and they tell me, hey, get in the truck to get the seafood, I'm good and got it. So when we make it to the seafood place, y'all, he looks exactly like his pictures, y'all. He paid for the food. He paid for my gas to come all the way down there. Like, y'all, he had did his big one. So we at the seafood place and we just basically talking, chopping it up. And he's telling me like, hey, what bill is coming up? Like, basically, he will pay my bill for this month. And y'all, he did just that. That nigga had paid all my bills up for the next month. And I ain't gonna lie, I was happy as hell because me and him was damn near the same age. Like, he was in his 20s and I was in my 20s. So, like, damn, what the fuck do he really do? Like, how he getting all this money? I should have been asking those questions. So come back for part 2. So welcome back to part 2 of a hoe coming over my motherfucking house asking me, is our man here? So if you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch it. But now that you're here, let's get back into it. So I left off in part 1 where I wasn't asking questions like where he getting all this money from. Not gonna lie, I didn't ask questions until like 6 months in. So now that we 6 months in, I still haven't did nothing with this man. This man never came to my apartment. Honestly, I didn't give a damn because that man was paying for my nails. That man was paying for my lashes. He was paying for my hair. He was paying for my bills in my house. I really didn't give a damn. I still remember the time I had called him like basically crying like my phone was finna get cut off because the people had lost my check. Y'all get direct deposit. Them people ain't losing no motherfucking thing. So I really just basically lied. So y'all, and then the crazy thing is I had told him my phone was $400, y'all. My phone ain't shit but $45 on Straight Talk. So I had got that money, and me and my friends, we had a little time or whatever. And it's so crazy because the man had told me, he was like, damn, your phone bill that high. Like, basically, he told me, like, damn, your phone bill that high. Like, what plan you with? Yeah, I had to lie. Like, my friends had came up with some shit because I'm not a good liar when it comes to shit like that. Like, what the fuck do I text back? I started panicking and shit. So my friend was like, give me that damn phone. I text him back. Yeah, they had text that man all kind of shit. So he was like, damn, like, I want to see you some more money because my baby can't even have fun because you putting all your money on the bill. So, yeah, that man had sent me, like, $200 more on top of that. So, my friend's like, we fucking like him. Like, hell yeah. So, we go out and have us a good time. And at this point, like I told y'all, we 6 months in. This man haven't came over my house. He haven't touched me, none of that. So, at this point, I'm feeling kind of, like, suspicious because why have he never asked to come to my apartment? And he know he paying bills here. Because most niggas, like, I'm not paying no motherfucking bills somewhere I can't lay my motherfucking head at. But I'm not gonna lie, I was still fucking off. Like, Rashad was coming through with the cash, but I was fucking off. I was having niggas in and out their fucking apartment. So, this particular day, I finally asked Rashad, like, hey, what is it that you do? You never told me what job you do, but you always coming through with the cash. Like, what do you do? So, he finally just went on ahead and told me, like, hey, I'm a truck driver. So, I'm like, whoa. Like, that explains why you got so much money. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Just young, dumb. Just young and dumb. So, y'all, he had filled it up in my head that he had been driving trucks for years. So, he been with this job company for years. So, he's getting, like, the maximum pay or whatever, however the case may be. Because I don't drive trucks, so I don't know nothing about that. So, boom. He telling me, like, he drive trucks during the week. And he get off during the weekend. He just now finna switch over to that. Because when we first started talking, he would be gone for 2 months at a time. So he could run up his check. And then, like, stop working for, like, a whole month. And then run it up again. He would do stuff like that. So I'm thinking to myself, like, where is he? Like, where have he been for a whole month? Like, you didn't tell me that you wasn't working. But, hey, as long as that money coming in, I don't give a damn. Still got that young bitch mindset. So, boom. He finally tell me that now he's switching over to his new shift where he not gonna be working on the weekend. And I'm telling him, like, at the time I was working at the hospital 9 to 5. So I had worked Monday through Friday, and on the weekends I be off too. And my daughter, she goes with her dad, so we good on the weekends. So this one particular day, he told me, like, hey, meet me in Alabama. My load is over here. It's gonna be the weekend. He was like, we just gonna spend the weekend in Alabama so I can be close to my truck. And basically he'll just leave out from Alabama. And he will pay for my trip down there. He'll pay for the hotel we get. He'll pay for everything. Like, basically, just bring your lip gloss. And that's what I did. Y'all, I didn't even take no clothes down there. He got me some clothes when I was down there. He paid for everything. He paid for my food. He paid for my nails. Like, he had sent me some money the day before and was like, go get everything done before you come down here. And that's what I did. So, still to this day, I don't know how the girl and all her fucking friends get on my social media. But one thing about Snapchat, I add everybody back. I don't know what it is with me with Snapchat. I add everybody back. So they on my motherfucking Snapchat and I post shit publicly. I don't give a damn about no nigga having no bitch. And they see them on my shit because, first off, you shouldn't be fucking with me. You shouldn't be messing with me if you know you got a bitch. No, I do not fuck with other folks' men. But if they man coming to me single and telling me he's single now, and I really don't know shit about this man, I'm going to post them. And that's what I was doing. And now one of them bitches got crazy over the phone. Now one of them bitches even slid up. None of that. So, come back for part 3. Part 3 of a hoe pulling up to my apartment looking for an armed man. So, like I said in part 2, he was basically telling me, like, you need to start asking for money if they want to fuck with you. Like, you too bad for a nigga not to be spending no bread on you. And, y'all, everything he was saying, I was just, like, feeding into the bullshit because, like, I never really had a nigga that was spinning bands off the wake up. Never had a man that was spinning bands just to look at my face. Don't get me wrong, I had sugar daddies, but I had sugar daddies that I was not looking at, like, was not attractive to. Like, all they could do was give me some fucking money. Nothing else. But at this point, I got a nigga that's, like, look attractive to me. Like, I'm starting to like this man. So at this point, me and the man had got so close. Me and the truck driver had got so close. Like, we basically telling each other, like, personal business. He telling me, like, how he is the breadwinner of his family. Like, he always have to provide. Like, he basically want to go on vacation and just run away. So he like, let's plan a trip. Let's go somewhere. So, y'all, I done planned us a trip. And, y'all, we go out of town. When I say this man tell me to grab my purse and my lip gloss, I don't have to bring shit else. I didn't bring shit else. I knew, like, yeah, he for me. He is for me. So the whole time while we on vacation, because we had went to Miami, the whole time while we on vacation, y'all, I didn't tell nobody I had went. So it really was a dumb move on my part, because, like, this man could have did anything to me, but he didn't. My family didn't even know I was gone. I told my mama, hey, can you watch my daughter for like a week and I'll be back? And she did. So that really, like, how I got good. Like, that was really the only thing I was worried about, because, like, I wasn't worried about transportation, because he got us there. He paid for the flight. Like, it was everything. So whenever the man was not on the road, he was with me. We was planning a trip going somewhere, or he was on that fucking road, which I thought. So this part right here, like, is when I kind of, like, started to realize, like, either he fuck with somebody else, or some just not adding up. So this one day, he was around me, and I never look at a man's phone, ever. I never pick it up, none of that. So I had woke him up because somebody had kept blowing up his damn phone while we was in a hotel room. Because for some reason, I just could not go to sleep. So I tell him, like, hey, somebody keep calling you. I don't know if they trying to get in contact with you. Because, like I said, his mama did get sick, like, some weeks prior. So maybe that's one of his family members calling. So he looked at the phone, y'all, and he just started laughing. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with him? But, oh, okay. So I go to the bathroom in the hotel. In our hotel room, it's like the bathroom is inside the bedroom. So, like, nothing you do in there is private. Even when you pee, you can still see the person in the bathroom. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm looking through the mirror, looking at him, but he don't notice that I'm looking at him. And he got this look on his face like, I done fucked up. But I'm the type of person, if you don't tell me, like, what's wrong with you or what's your problem, I'm not going to keep asking, like, what's wrong or are you okay? I'm not going to keep doing it. I asked one time, you don't want to tell me, you don't want to talk right now. So we grab all our stuff and we heading out the hotel. While we heading out the hotel, I noticed it's like a group of bitches. They just staring. Mind you, I'm not from here. He not from here. At least that's what he told me. So I'm like, they don't know us. So maybe I'm just tweaking. But me, I'm always on defense mode. So I'm mugging them bitches back. Cause bitch, what's that? Whole time them bitches that was out there in that parking lot had knew this nigga. They had knew that this nigga had a bitch the whole time. But see, I didn't know none of that. I don't trust it. Like, come on, let's go. He like, hell yeah, let's go. Cause these bitches looking crazy. I don't even know these bitches. Like, you know these bitches. Whole time he knew exactly who them bitches was. Like, it was just so crazy. Okay, part 4 of a girl pulling up to my apartment asking where I'm at. So at this point, Rashad still haven't came to my apartment. And he's still, like, being respectful. So me and Rashad still haven't did anything. Like, we haven't even kissed. We haven't did nothing. And I know y'all like, what the fuck, y'all haven't did shit and y'all going on trips together? Exactly. That's how I'm feeling. So with that being said, I still used to hit up my ex, and when he comes to town, he used to still like stay in my apartment or whatever. So that's why I really wasn't too fond of doing nothing with Rashad, because, like, hey, I still got my ex I could call on. So at this time, my ex would like come over there and spend a night. So when he'll spend a night, he'll go in there and take him a shower, or he'll like leave, go be with his homeboys. That's the time that I would be on the phone with Rashad. Me and Rashad would still text like through the day, all of that. So it would not feel weird that I'm not texting him back. Like, I'm a person big on time, and so I would always make sure I text Rashad back, even though my ex was there. So the weekend come, and Rashad, like, basically telling me, like, hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. Like, I'm down here in Jackson. I got a load here. I'm at the truck stop. You come down here, and I'm going to send you some money, you know, for your miles that you got to travel. Because, y'all, I was traveling 2 hours to go see him in Jackson. He then told me, like, we're going to get us a hotel room, all that. Okay, so I had told him, hit him up, like, okay, we could get us a hotel room, but I need to make sure that hotel room is paid for before I even, like, get on the road. Because at the time that I was going down there, because Jackson is like 2 hours and 30 minutes from where I stay at, so it was going to be like a good little distance before I got down there. So I think it was going to be like 10 or 11 when I made it to the hotel. So I told him, like, you need to go and send that money, or you need to, you know, go and pay for it. He told me, like, find us a hotel room, any hotel that you like, and I will pay for it. So this exact same hotel right here was just not opening up that same day. I seen it on TikTok in Jackson, so I was like, okay, we're gonna get this motherfucking hotel room. Y'all, I loved everything about this hotel room. The top of it was a mirror. You know, on the side, well, y'all probably can't tell, but right there is like the back, so it's gonna be like over here. The bathroom, it was a glass door, glass wall, so you can see straight through the bathroom. So I was like loving everything about that. So I get in the car and I'm telling my cousins, like, hey, I'm gonna go down here to see this man. Y'all just make sure y'all watch my location. So I get on the road, I'm texting him like, hey, I'm on the way to you, send me your location. So while he doing that, I'm preparing, like, I got a 2-hour 2:30-minute drive, so let me go and get my playlist ready, and I'm finna, you know, get on the road and be driving. I get on the road. Soon I get on the road, y'all, I had forgot to turn my fucking location off, because I told y'all I would just let my cousins use it, so I had forgot to turn my location off. And me, I share my location with a lot of people. So y'all remember that same nigga that I told y'all, my ex that used to come on my crib or whatever? He like, hey, I'm finna come over. I'm telling him, like, don't even worry about it, I'm not there. So he asked me, like, where you at? I'm telling him, like, hey, I'm staying at my mom's house tonight, because I don't know, I just was lying. Why this boy say, I see your dumb ass in Jackson. What the fuck you doing down there? So I'm still not putting together, like, how he see me in Jackson. So I don't think about it. I make it to the truck stop and I pick up Rashad. Me and Rashad now is headed to the hotel. I told y'all this the first night this hotel have ever opened. And let me remind you, this hotel is for adults only. So you had to be 21 to purchase it. So when we go make it to the hotel, I look out there in the parking lot. The parking lot is full of, like, look like hookers and they pimps. So I'm looking at him like, is we safe here? Like, is my car safe outside? He's telling me, like, what you mean is your car safe outside? Like, look at this motherfucker. So I ain't gonna lie, he kind of shot off with that, because if y'all seen my car, you'll be like, girl, what? But hey, I live in Mississippi. The days go crazy during the winter. Shit, summer too. So we make it to the hotel room, and when we get inside, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get tonight. Because like I told y'all, Rashad never tried to make no first move. He never came to my apartment, so this is the time. Like, I know we done stayed in hotel rooms together, but we never did nothing. I got this good ass room on purpose. So y'all, Rashad go in the bathroom, he take him a bath. While he's taking a bath, I'm laying on the bed and I'm basically like just watching TV or whatever. So Rashad's phone is going off. I look at the phone, y'all, it's somebody calling him. So somebody is calling Rashad. I look at the phone and it's a girl named Kiki. So I see Kiki is calling him, and you know, I don't say nothing about it because he gonna answer when he get out the shower. So at this point, now another person is calling him, and we're gonna call him Trap. So when I see Trap calling him, I'm like, hey, somebody's calling you. The phone says it's Trap. So he like, answer it for me, babe. So I answer the phone and put it on speaker. I'm like, hello, who is this? Like, Rashad said he gonna be with you in a minute, like he getting out the shower. So he like, oh, you must be Stina that Rashad with. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Stina. Like, what's up? What's that? So he finally get out the shower. He grabbed the phone and he talking to him. Like I told y'all, this room don't got no privacy in it. So at this point, he on the phone, he talking to him, and I hear the nigga say, hey, Kiki just called me, asking me where you at. So me, I'm still not thinking like anything about it, because like Kiki could be anybody. This nigga already told me like he got hella sisters. He is the breadwinner of the family. And when I'm with him, I forgot to mention, his phone always going the fuck off. Like, he is real close with his sisters. They always calling that goddamn phone, and I never got their names. So he like, tell Kiki, shit, I'm out. Like, right now, she gonna have to wait till, you know, I get that. So I don't know what they talking about. He hangs up the phone, he get back in the bed, and we do what we do. So the next day come, we, you know, basically clean the hotel room, and we finna leave. So I gotta take him back to the truck stop. So this time when I take him to the truck stop, he like pulled me up to my truck. So when I pull him up to the truck, I noticed him going to a car. And y'all, the car some fast shit. So I'm like, damn, my nigga drive that. So I kind of like stopped by his car, and I'm like, basically like, give me a kiss before I leave. He like, okay, let me throw this in my car right quick. So they just like basically told me that this his car. So he get in his truck and he finna pull off. When he get in his truck, he finna pull off, y'all, a car come inside of the truck stop and kind of block me off. So I'm already on it. I'm like, shit, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, I'm cussing them out through the car because I don't know why I'm turned like, who the fuck this is in front of my car? Like, don't no bitch know me, so who the fuck this is? So I'm going off, and the girl like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Like, she didn't mean to do this. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I was finna get some gas from this truck stop, but I said fuck that because like a bitch just almost hit my shit. So I'm finna go to the next truck stop or gas station I see nearby. So I do that, and then now I'm on my way back home. So while I'm on my way back home, Rashad had called me, and I'm telling him about like, bro, somebody almost just hit my fucking car leaving out the truck stop, and I had described the car. When I described the car, Rashad gets on the phone, he gets very fucking quiet. I don't know why he gets quiet, but he gets very fucking quiet. Come back for the next part.
Story time on how I found my 70-year-old father and my 27-year-old best friend of 14 years fucking. Now, she's a girl, by the way. She's a girl. It's not a guy. Okay, we got a few side notes that we can use in our hand in the notebook in the future and in the long run of this story. Okay, she's my best friend of 14 years. She's a stud. She's a stud. Okay. She's been around my family, my whole family. My family thinks I'm gay because I'm always with her. I'm with her literally every day that I'm not at work, right? Okay. I stay with my parents. It's not unnormal to see her at my house, because we together. She know my family, I know hers. Right. Okay. What else? My mother is handicapped. Like I said, this is stuff that we can use at the end in the yeah. My mother is handicapped. It happened at home in the house while my mama was there. Yeah. So this happened last Monday, July 28th. Never forget the date. Okay. So I was supposed to do a double. I was supposed to do 16 hours. I was supposed to do 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Just so happened I got off at 7 o'clock. Now I didn't tell nobody I got off at 7 o'clock, but I did call my mama and ask her what she ate and everything like that. And she said she hadn't ate nothing. And I know my daddy got off at 5 o'clock. Now my best friend had been taking my daddy to and from work all week because he needed a ride and he didn't want to pay Uber or Lyft when he could have been paying my best friend because she was out of work. She needed the money. Nothing. I didn't see nothing wrong with that. So I go get my mama something to eat. Now my daddy called me at 7 o'clock. Right at 7 o'clock, I didn't answer because I was doing something at work. I didn't leave work until like 7:30 ish. So I go get my mama something to eat and I make it home. Now I do see my best friend's car in the driveway, which is not alarming because excuse me, because it's normal to see her at my house. Now, normally she is parked in the driveway in her car. Now my best friend does have 5% tint all the way around her car like I do, and you can't really see inside the car unless you walk up on the car. So I genuinely don't know if she's in the car or not. So I pull up. Side note, I got a charger. I ain't got no mufflers. My car is loud, so you hear my car whenever I pull up anywhere. You gonna hear my car, and I also have loud music. So I pull up, I park, and I park dead in front of the door. So I get out, the door is open, the wood door is open, the screen door is closed and locked. We do have a dog, and the dog is standing at attention at the door. So he, when a dog sees something. So I walk in the door, and I look to the left, and there they are. My daddy giving my best friend head. So I'm baffled. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, if y'all know me, I'm real calm. I'm the calmest person you'll ever meet. So I'm calm. Like, what are y'all doing? And she like, oh, there goes Tamaya. Bitch, did you want me to see this shit? So I keep walking because I do have my mama food in my hand. My mama ain't ate all day. It's 8 o'clock at night. So I take my mama her food in her room. Like I said, my mama is handicapped. So they got the door closed. So I take up her food. My mama is trying to talk to me, like how's your day, and things like that. And I can't talk right now because I'm still baffled. My hands is shaking. I'm confused. So I give her food. She's trying to talk, and I literally cannot talk to my mama. So I give her food. I walk back out. Now there was a whole probably not even 30-second interaction. So I walk back to the living room. My best friend is gone. And my daddy is in there standing bright-eyed bushy tail because he's scared as shit because I saw them. So I asked my daddy, I'm like, Daddy, what were y'all doing? He like, nothing. Now, if you know me, my daddy is my everything. I'm a daddy's girl. Like, I've been for life. My daddy has been in my life all my life. I'm a daddy's girl. My daddy can do no wrong in my eyes. What I thought. So I asked him again. I'm like, Daddy, I'm finna pop you on your shit. What were y'all doing? He hit me with the nothing again. I walk outside because I'm a respectful child. I would never I never thought I would disrespect my daddy. So I walk outside to control myself. So I walk outside. I get in my car. My best friend is long gone down the fucking street. She's long gone. So I get on the phone with my brother. I instantly call my brother because my brother is my safe space. My brother is 500 miles away from me, but my brother is my safe space when I'm mad. So I call him, let him know what's going on. I'm like, I'm finna go beat this bitch because you just don't do no shit like that. So I go back in the house. Mind you, my mama don't know nothing that's going on. My mama don't know nothing. I didn't tell my mama nothing when I walked out. So I walk back in. My dad is still sitting on the couch, baffled as fuck. So I go in my mama room. I walk past him because we ain't got shit to talk about right now. We ain't got nothing to talk about. So I go in my mama room. I'm like, I'm finna go beat Tamara ass. She like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm finna go beat Tamara ass. And I walk back out. As I'm walking out, she like, Tamaya, be careful. So I go back outside. I call her. I call Tamara. I'm like, she don't answer. So I text her. I'm like, Tamara, answer the fucking phone because be fucking for real. So she don't answer. I call I think my cousin. I'm like, T-Money, I'm finna go if I go to jail tonight it's because I'm finna beat Tamara ass. She like, what's going on? I tell her whole situation. My best friend called. So I hang up on her. I missed the call. She let it ring for only a few times and then she hung up. So I instantly called back. She answered. So I'm like, Tamara, what were y'all doing? We was chilling. I said, bitch, where the fuck you at? Because I'm finna come beat your ass. Now, at this time, we're screaming back and forth. She like, you ain't gonna understand my side of the story. He came on to me. So I'm screaming. We both screaming at the phone. I'm like, what the fuck you mean he came on to you? If you ever felt uncomfortable, you could have fucking left. The door was right there. Any other time that we into it, you leave, right? So I'm like, Tamara, wherever you at, I'm finna come beat your motherfucking ass. Because you don't do no shit like that. So we got each other location. So it's I see where you going. She's going toward her house. So I pull off because I'm finna go beat this bitch ass. So I call my cousin back and I'm like, yeah, I finished telling her the story, and she like, you got her location? I'm like, yeah, I got her location. I see where she at. I see where she going. I'm on my way. So of course I'm so upset because what the fuck is going on? Like, tell me what the fuck is going on. So I'm not thinking of it. I done missed my turn and everything. I'm just driving. So I realized that I'm just driving, and I'm like, damn, I done missed my turn because I'm so upset. So I get back en route to her house. My best friend like, you still see her location? I'm like, yeah. She cut her location off. Okay, this part two, the final part. So she cut her location off. Of course now I can't see her location, but I know what area she's going to. So I'm sitting on the phone with my cousin, and I finished telling her the story. So my brother called me. I'm like, okay, I'll call you back. So my brother called me. He said he didn't call her, he didn't FaceTime her, he didn't curse her out, and she like that. So I'm like, did you see where she was at? He was like, she at a gas station. They got green. So I know my best friend. My best friend goes to the same gas station, her favorite gas station by her house. So I know exactly where she at. So I get up on my brother. I call her sister. I'm like, Keisha, I finna go beat Tamara ass because so and so. I told her the story. She was like, I don't blame you. So don't know what the fuck that was, but yeah. So now I'm on the way to the green gas station because I know exactly where she at now. So yeah, I pull up into the green gas station. She's sitting there at the pump. So I pull up with her. She rolled her window down. She like, is this how we gonna end our friendship? Bitch, this friendship is over. Cause what the fuck you mean you fucking on my daddy? My daddy. So she like, oh, you gonna take his side? I said, bitch, ain't no motherfucking side to take. What do you mean? Take his side? Ain't no side to take. So I'm like, Tamara, let's go. Let's go somewhere where ain't no people at because we yelling at each other. And I don't like attention. I'm never the type to seek attention. I said, let's go somewhere where can't nobody call the police, can't nobody record. I ain't with all that shit. So she like, okay, now mind you, my best friend is drunk as shit. I realize that she's drunk as shit, which doesn't help at all. So we pull off. I'm following her because I'm finna follow you. Yeah. Excuse me. So I'm following her. We go to this park across the street from her apartments. Now her and her sister stay in the same apartments. This is sign up. So, we go to the park and I get out. I park my car right beside hers. I get out. Now, there's people at the park too, which I didn't expect because it's dark. What the fuck are y'all doing at the park? So I do genuinely want to fight this girl. I don't end up fighting her. We yelling at each other trying to get, she trying to get her point across. She was like, um, he came on to me and he made me feel uncomfortable. I said, why you ain't leave, Tamara? Of course I'm not this calm, but I'm like, why you ain't leave? Oh, I was feeling uncomfortable. The door was right there. Then she goes to say, now my best friend does have social anxiety. Okay, she has it to the max, right? Which makes no fucking sense of her saying this. So she like, oh, I got social anxiety. I'm like, Tamara, what the fuck did that have to do with anything? Now, I do genuinely want to hear her, but I have too much to lose. If you know me, I got a lot to lose. I got a job. I got a lot to lose. She has literally nothing to lose. Literally nothing. I would tell her business, but I'm not that type, right? She got literally nothing to lose. So if I fight this girl, somebody call the police, we both going to jail. She ain't got shit to lose. I got a job. I got a job to go to. I got people to manage, right? So I leave from her house. This is basically the end of the story, almost the end of the story. So I leave from her house. I go talk to her sister because we're literally right across the street from her apartment. So I go talk to her sister. I've been to her sister for a minute. I'm like, yeah, this friendship is over. We'll never, it's no rekindling this now. We can be cool, me and you, Keisha. Like, it's no hard for the feelings towards you because you've done nothing to me. So I leave from with her sister. I go back home. My daddy is still in the fucking living room. I ain't told my mama nothing. So my brother is on the phone. My daddy going off. Going the fuck off. So I go back in the house. My daddy he just look at me, walk past because I don't want to talk to you right now because I know what the fuck I saw. So I go back in my mama room. My mama like, what's going on? So I just sit at the end of her bed. Now at this time my feelings are starting to show. Now if you know me, I do not show emotion. I'm always happy. I'm always this jolly person. I'm always the one that's laughing about shit. So my emotions start to sit in because it's like my daddy fucking on my best friend, two of the people that means dear life to me. Like these people mean so much to me. And y'all fucking. Now, I sit at the end of my mama's bed and I just sit with my back towards her and I start to cry. Like I don't want her to see my tears fall because she still don't know what the fuck is going on. So, Yeah. So she like, Tamaya, please tell me what's going on. Please tell me what's going on. And I'm constantly shaking my head because I don't want to be the one to tell my mama that I just saw my daddy and my fucking best friend, the girl that she treats like a daughter, fucking. So somehow, some way, like I said, my daddy is still on the phone with my brother. He been on the phone with my brother for like 30 minutes. My dad and my brother been cursing him out, talking shit to him for a whole 30 minutes, the whole time while I was gone. So my brother somehow, like I said, he's 500 miles away, convinced my daddy to come tell my mama what the fuck was going on. So my daddy come in the room. He was like, yeah, I fucked up. She gave me head. That's not what the fuck I saw when I walked in. It was the other way around. Now, like I said, my best friend has been my best friend for 14 years. I know my best friend. I know when she's sexually active too. Like we best friends. Me knowing my best friend's not finna get nobody head, a nigga head, first of all. Okay? If she is fucking with a nigga, she not gonna give him head on the first time they doing it. She not gonna give him head the first time they doing it. So if she done gave you head, you done gave her head. This is not the first time. Okay, so my dad to tell my mama that. My mama hit my dad upside down. Like I said, my mama handicapped. She got everything she need right beside the bed. My mama hit my daddy upside the head, across the head with the mop. Now my daddy is drunk too. Okay, my daddy is drunk as shit. He walked back out. So, my mama started crying, of course, because her feelings are hurt. Like two people that she thought that she could trust. So my daddy finally come back. I'm still sitting there with my mama because I'm still baffled. I'm still hurt because this shit hurt. Like this shit hurt. So my daddy come back in and he comes back in like everything is normal. So he sit on the side of the bed with my mama at, and I start going off. My daddy was everything in the book. I've never been that disrespectful to my father at all. My daddy was literally everything under the sun. Because you hurt me. You hurt your youngest daughter. Your youngest child. You done hurt her. You done betrayed her. You done did everything under the sun that you're not supposed to do as a father. A 70-year-old father to your daughter. So yeah, that's basically the end of the story. My dad, he's trying to talk to me. We literally have nothing to talk about. He asked me the other day when I was talking to my mama, how long you gonna stay mad at me? The fuck do you mean? How long am I supposed to stay mad at you? We have nothing to talk about. You literally, you done did the worst of the worst. You could have went to go get with a prostitute on the mall. Y'all could have went and got a room. Y'all could have fucked in her car. Y'all decided to fuck in the living room with my mama in the house and her door is closed. Now y'all might say, how long this been going on. Now, me being the best friend, okay? Me and my best friends have been best friends for 14 years. I've said it like 11 times. So, people have hard times. My best friend has, been without a place to stay, not one time, not two times, but three times. But the first two times, the first time she did something. The second time she did something crazy again. But I don't want my best friend, homeless. So, but she can't stay with me. So I asked my parents, hey, can Tamara stay with y'all? They said yeah. So my best friend stayed with my parents from January 2024 to I think like October 2024. I think that's how long they've been fucking. And the fucked up part about it, January of 2025, I moved with my parents. And we've been together almost every day, chilling, doing what best friends do. This girl been playing in my face for almost a whole fucking year. This bitch been fucking my daddy for a whole fucking year.
So I had a dream. I'm a little off balance about my dream. My dream was about my dad. And when I say my dad, I mean my biological father. He's dead though, so I can say everything I'm saying in this video. crazy part is he wasn't in the dream, but the dream was completely about him. I cannot wait to call my mom and let her know what I dreamed or what I dreamt. Anywho, yeah, the dream was so weird because there was a real situation where my dad paid to have my sister his child, of course, kidnapped. And I was too young to understand back then, but it was something that he did. He, till this day, I don't know if it was drugs or what, but he was that guy. Like, he had property in all 50 states. He was connected with he just was super connected and just money out the ass. Like, money out the ass. Okay, cool. In this dream, I was at home. My kids weren't there. It was a home that, I know those houses from back in New York, where I'm from. And I remember it being, I guess, late at night. I was there and I seen some type of shadow. I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't watch scary movies, but I think it was the shadow of Freddy. That's what I thought about when I seen the shadow. I'm like, Freddy. But the shadow started to come to where it started to come into the room, and I seen that, okay, it's no longer a shadow, it's a person. It's this man. I couldn't see the man's face. All I seen was a hat, but I see the man, and I just the dream switches. The dream switches to now I'm in the house. It's me and my son, but even though the dream switches, it's still a continuation of that dream. I just don't know how I got out of that scenario. And I tell my son, yo, I have my keys. My keys have 3 different car keys on it. I had my keys. I told my son, listen, don't ask no questions. Just go throughout the back, the same way we practice, which is something that we really do in real life. I don't know why I'm like that. I practice different scenarios with my kids. Let me see how fast you can get in a car if it's an emergency. Let me see how fast you can run from here to here. Okay, what's the contingency plan if you can't get in car? It's just so many different things, and it's on so many different scales of why I do it. And I think that's based on something else. That's a story time for another time. But yeah, so he goes, he runs, and I don't know why I was even comfortable doing that. But I had told him to do that because the front door had knocked. And at this point in time, it was that house that I spoke about from New York. Now, I never personally been in that house, but I just know what type of house that was in the dream. You know what I mean? And furthermore, now it's 2 men. And the whole vibe of the dream is that they're not there to kidnap me, but they're there to attack me. They're there to do me harm. And the entire dream, I'm so aware that this is being done because of my father. Now, I'm not a bitch. I'm not no punk when it comes to these situations. I'm just not any of those things. And out of all these dreams, I can't even fucking speak. Out of everything that happened in the dream, let me tell you why I'm mad. I'm mad because throughout the dream, I was aware that everything that is happening right now is because of my father's doing. Not something that he did where it's an enemy, but he sent these people. He's the one who has these people here. And the nigga still ain't show his face in the dream. Now, what pissed me off is when he was alive, when I say ultimate daddy's girl, my dad could do no wrong. And I know this video is getting long, but it's just so much behind it, and I'm trying to form the words, and this is also me venting and trying to let it out. And in the fucking dream, man, the man throughout my life, he would pop in and out because of his doings, and then just whatever that is. So I would see this man probably 1, 2, 3 times, maybe at max 5 times for the year, which in my head meant nothing. I just was happy to spend time with my father. On top of that, when he would give me a number, the number would work that day. Then the day after or 2 days later, the number is not working. He'd be a ghost again in the fucking wind. So you couldn't show up in real life. And now, even after death, you still can't make an appearance in my dream. Yo, I am about to be 33 years old, right? I'm about to be 33 years old, and even though I'm 33 years old, this man died when I was about anywhere from 10 to 12. I remember, matter of fact, probably even younger than that, because I had just graduated elementary school. I remember the day like it was yesterday, and I did not shed not one tear. I did not shed a tear. By that time, I had already grew up mentally. I had matured. I did not shed one tear. And the man couldn't even show up when he was alive, and now you can't even show up when you're dead? I probably dreamt about this nigga one time in my life. Like one time. I probably had one dream about this man. And this was, I moved to this house. I've been in this house about, 2 years now. I've had one dream about this man, and it was in the past 2 years, in my big ass age. So you telling me you couldn't show up when you were alive, and you still can't show up when you're dead? What are you doing that you're so busy? Like, what do these niggas got you doing that you're so fucking busy that you didn't have time to show your face? So you try to contact me in my dream, but your ass couldn't actually show your motherfucking face? So yeah, I'm a little off balance today. And that's what I got going on. I'm about to go get my breakfast. Have a good day, y'all.
I've been drinking. You know what that means? I got a story time for you. But let's make it a little spicy. So, I've always been curious about women. And I had my first girl-on-girl experience in high school. Let's talk about it. So, I've known this girl since middle school. But in middle school, we didn't really talk. It was more of a passing hey and bye. But when we got to high school, we clicked our freshman year of high school. I don't know what happened or what was said. I don't even know how we became like that close. But baby, we was like SpongeBob and Patrick. Like Ricky and Morty. Fucking 2 peas in a fucking pod. You saw her, you saw me. When you saw me, you saw her. So my freshman year of high school, I was pregnant, of course. I stayed at school for a little while, but I eventually went on homebound. I don't know if maybe motherfuckers was curious at the fact that I was so young and pregnant. That's how I actually gained friends. I really don't know. So during my time at homebound, she used to come over there, check on me, help me with my work and stuff like that. I came back to school my 10th grade year. We was together all the time. During school, after school, we was always together. And we became closer because of it. Now, this experience happened our 11th grade year of high school. My friend had this little sneaky link that she used to sneak off with most of the time, okay? He was older than we was. I think he was maybe like 19, 20. We probably like 17 at this point. And I met him a couple times or whatever, but never just like in an environment where I can get to know who he was. Really didn't give a fuck. So one time, I went over her house on the weekend. I was child free, living it up, outside, yeah. And I ended up going over her house for the weekend. Now, this Friday, he called her. He wanted to see her. He wanted to link up or whatever. So she like, my friend over here with me, she want to come too. He like, oh, yeah, I know I need to bring her ass. Because we always was together. So he had some coolers for us. I ain't smoke at the time, so I was just drinking some little coolers or whatever. And all of a sudden, before I know it, they in the bed having sex. They are doing the do. She is riding him like a cowgirl. Do you hear me? I'm like, are they fucking while I'm in this fucking room? And they was, because I heard and I saw her ass bouncing. My friend was thick. My friend short. She probably maybe like 4'11", brown skin. And she was thick as fuck. Now this time, I'm like, oh my God, they doing what they doing. And I'm just minding my business, okay? Sitting in the corner minding my business. So we leave his house and we go back to her house because she didn't stay that far from him. It was pretty much walking distance. So we walked back to her house. While we walking back to the house, I'm like, girl, was you doing what I think you was doing up under that cover? He like, whatever you think I was doing up under that cover is what I was doing up under that cover. And we both started laughing about it. I was like, we friends. Because I'm like, get it, girl. Do your big one. So over time, we continue to be friends. We still friends. I'm going over her house. We're going to the movie. My daughter loves her. We call her auntie. So we just, we friends. We cool. We be vibing or whatever. So they end up moving closer to where I stayed. So we was really together then. So another weekend, I was child free. And he called her and invited us over his house again. I think this was during like spring break or whatever. So we both at her house. I'm like, yeah, cool, I got it. And so she told him to come pick us up. So he come over there and pick us up. It was pretty late. So it had to be a Sunday because the liquor stores was closed. So we ended up being in Orange Mound. It was like a bootleg liquor dude in Orange Mound, and he went and got some vodka for us to drink. Now, I was not a drinker like that. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he expect. But, okay. We turning up. It's spring break. So we go back to his house. He started pouring up some shots.
We take some shots. We cut on some music. And me and Hope, we start dancing with each other. Now, it's normal for friends to dance with each other all seductively and stuff like that. And that's what we was doing. And we end up on the dresser, y'all. Dancing on the dresser like some fucking go-go girls in Coyote Ugly or some shit. So after too many shots, I end up laying in the bed or whatever. Now, I was on the far end of the bed, closer to like the window, because like I said, I wasn't a big drinker. So I had drunk way too much. And all of a sudden, I feel somebody rubbing on me. Like, rubbing on my arm, rubbing on my back, rubbing on my thigh. I'm like, stop, you know, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? I open up one eye, because you know you like when you have sleep or whatever. I open up one eye, I'm like, girl, what is you doing? So I look up, I'm like, girl, what is you doing? Like, I was like, nah, we can't do no shit like that. No, stop it. So I heard him, he like, yeah, kiss. So she like, what? He like, yeah, kiss. So she ended up kissing me on my neck. Like, don't do that, hoe. Man, don't do that. That's my spot. So when she kissed me on my neck and she was rubbing on me, like I said, they was rubbing on me, really seducing me or whatever, I ended up rolling over on my back. So when I rolled over on my back, he ended up coming over there. They was already like mostly undressed. I was the one still had my clothes on. So he ended up coming over there. He ended up pulling my panties down, put my pants down, and he started giving me that good old H-E-A-D. While she kissing on me, I'm kissing her. She rubbing on my breasts, looking at my breasts. Basically, baby, turning me the fuck out, okay? So I'm like, okay, now I'm up. Now I'm into it or whatever. So we start doing what you do. I don't know if y'all ever had one of those, but everybody got to be pleased in the situation. So I'm pleasing her, she pleasing me, we pleasing him, and all of a sudden, in the midst of us doing what we doing, her mama called. So her mama like, it's midnight, it's time for you to get to the house. You know, I'm gonna leave the door unlocked, blah, 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 blah. So we end up stopping, we got dressed, and we get ready to take her home. And he was gonna drop me off after this. So he was like, would you be mad if I take your friend back to the house so that we can finish? He was like, I'm having such a great time, I want to finish. And I don't know if it was the lick up in her, but she was like, nah, I won't be mad, y'all go ahead. She was like, shit, I want to finish too, but my mama called me. So we dropped off at the house. He like, shit, you want to go back to the house and finish what we started? Hell yeah, let's go back. So he and I, we go back to his house, finish what we started. And when I tell y'all 10 out of 10, a good 10 out of 10, like 10 out of 10. So after we finished or whatever, he was like, you know, I hope you please. You hope I am. Of course I am. He ended up driving me to my apartment. I stayed on the 3rd floor. He was a gentleman. I was tipsy. He helped me up to the 3rd floor. Now when I woke up, when I tell y'all everything I had on belonged to somebody else, it was not my shit. I had on his shirt, I had on her shorts, and I had on her shoes. I ain't have on no jewelry. When I went over there, I had a ring on, bracelet on, necklace on, earrings. I had jewelry on. So he ended up calling me. I don't even know how he got my number the next morning, and was like, you know, all your jewelry over here in my window sill. I was like, oh, okay, you know, can you bring it to me? So he ended up bringing me my jewelry and stuff like that. He was like, I just want to let you know, I had an amazing time with y'all last night. He said, you were amazing last night. He said, you, baby, you. I'm like, don't make me blush. Oh my God, thank you. So in that moment, I'm like, okay, I'm a pleaser of both men and women. So they kind of tell me I could please both genders. So I ended up calling her. I was like, bitch, I'm fucked up. I had a bad ass hangover. She had a bad ass hangover. Like, do you remember what happened last night? She was like, a little bit. I was like, do you remember telling him it was okay for me to go back to his house and stuff like that? She was like, yeah, I remember. She was like, did y'all have a good time? I was like, yes, we did. I see why that's your link. I was like, girl, I don't give a fuck about him. His dick just good. So she ended up saying, but we didn't finish though. That shit caught me by surprise. I was like, what? It was like, you heard me, we ain't finished though. So I'm like, you want to? She was like, yeah. She was like, that feel good, I want to do it again. Okay. So I ended up walking to her house. Remember I told y'all she moved, so she stayed close to me. So I was able to walk over to her house. It wasn't nobody at the house. And, ate her like a Lunchable. Ate her like true fruit. ate her up. Okay, so for about a year, this went on behind closed doors. Nobody really know what we was doing or whatever. People just thought we was really close friends. Yeah, we really close friends, all right. And this lasted what? To our senior year of high school. During our senior year of high school, of course, like I said, we was real close, and it broke up our friendship though. So I would not recommend doing nothing like that with a friend, because see, what happened was during our prom, we went to prom. We was stag. So my baby daddy had got shot and shit. So I ended up going to prom by myself, and I met her there. But after prom, I guess she assumed that I was going to go with her. Baby, I want to get poked, okay? Baby, I want an eggplant, all right? Trying to be a pin cushion, baby. And she was jealous. She was jelly. She didn't like that. And we quit talking. She quit talking to me after that. And I tried to contact her. I even ended up seeing her like on graduation or whatever, and asked her what's going on, like why you quit fucking, like, you know, what happened. And she just was like, I think we grew apart. And I ended up going off to college. We never talked to each other again. So even though it was a very fun experience, don't do this shit with a friend, especially a friend that you truly love and care about. Don't do it. But a very great experience. Okay, bye.
Okay, girls. So, story time about my first time dealing with a man that's from Atlanta. And I've been wanting to tell the story time for so long, but I ain't gonna lie, I was scared for my life. And then when I was going to tell the story time, it was still kind of like recent. So, being that a year and a few months have passed, I'm like, I don't cross paths with this nigga no more. So, it's cool. And when I say dealing with a man from Atlanta, I mean like dealing with a man that was born and raised in Atlanta. Like, I've dated men like here while I've been living in Atlanta. But the niggas that I've dealt with or whatever, or relationship, and, you know, they was from New York or they're from Chicago or whatever. So anyway, let's get into it. So before I get into the story time, I feel like I kind of got to give y'all like a backstory how him and I like met, started talking or whatever, right? So we had been following each other on Instagram for like a little while though, but I had never really interacted with him for real. So one night we was at Onyx or whatnot. I was at Onyx with my people. I guess he had Onyx with his people, and he had seen me, and I guess I'm fucked up. So I guess like he said I made eye contact with him and I didn't speak. So he ended up texting me. He was like, damn, why you ain't speak or whatever. So I'm like, oh, like, I ain't see you. He was like, yeah, you look me dead in my face, da da da, like you acting Hollywood. So, you know, we joking about that or whatever. And so then just conversing a little bit, and like the next day he had posted some food, and I'm like, damn, where you get that from? That looks good. So he had said, I forget the name of the spot, but he was like, yeah, I gotta take you here. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure, like that shit look good. So anyway, so he was like, what are you doing today or whatever? And I was like, well, at the time I was at the doctor's office. I was getting my birth control shot. So I'm like, after I leave here, whatever, and I can, you know, we can like go somewhere and go get some food. So one of the spots that he had said, it was like a brunch spot, and I'm not really like a brunch eating person. Like, I'm not the egg, grits, oatmeal, waffle bitch. I don't eat. I have to be in the mood to eat that. So anyway, so I told him that or whatever. So he was like, yeah, I'll figure out like another spot we can go to. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he was like, but in the meantime, you could come to the crib or whatever. Like, I can make us some lemon drops and stuff like that. I'm about to go get stuff for it now. And I got hookah. So I'm like, I'm not coming to your crib. How you know I don't rob niggas? And he like, oh, like, I know you ain't on that. Like, you ain't about to rob nobody, da 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 da. And then like he go into like a whole little lecture about that or whatever. So anyway, we didn't even link each other that day. And so maybe like 2 weeks later, he ended up hitting me up and was like, send me your number or whatnot. So now we texting and stuff. And so he was like, you want to go to Cheetah tonight? So I was like, yeah. No, he asked me like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Whatever. So I'm like, I ain't knowing shit. So he's like, oh, do you want to go to Cheetah tonight? So I'm like, yeah, for sure. So ended up going to Cheetah or whatnot. I was meeting him up there. He fucking was not there when I got there. Mind you, the nigga was fucking an hour late. If it wasn't for me not knowing people there and like I was just so caught up in like catching a vibe, like I probably would have left or whatnot. And so I texted him like, hey, like, how far are you? Where you at? So he was like, oh, I'm running a little late. I'll be there in like 25 minutes. Bitch, 25 minutes led on to a fucking hour. So he ended up sending me $700 in the meantime because I guess he was late. So, bitch, I didn't have 3 lemon drops. I didn't have my food, bitch. By the time he get there, like, bitch, I'm almost done ready. I'm ready to go. So, but anyway, I knew people there. Like, if you live in Atlanta and you go to Cheetah, like, you know, like, it's not a day that you're going to go in there and you're not going to see somebody that you know. So, I knew a few dancers there, and I also knew, like, other people that was in there. So, like, I'm getting carried away with just yapping my mouth away. So, finally, he ended up coming, whatever. Everything is going good, da-da-da. we end up going to like this other little lounge or whatever, smoke some hookah or whatnot. And so fast forward, after we left the hookah lounge or whatever, I ain't gonna lie, I got a little fucked up, right? And it was a blur. Like, I don't even remember leaving the hookah lounge. I just remember him waking me up, and I was on his couch, and he showed me a picture of my ID and my social. So I'm like, what is that? Like, why you have a picture of my shit? And so he was like, man, somebody came in on us. So I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean somebody came in on us? Like, did you not lock your door? Like is anything missing or anything like that? So now I get up because I'm looking for my purse. Bitch, I look for my purse. My purse is dumped outside of his apartment door. The bitch didn't take my bag, but she did take my fucking heels. And she took his weed, she took his pew-pew, and she took his car keys. Now, I had my social security on me because I had just applied for a renewal for my passport like 2 days before or something like that. So I had just never took it out. So I'm like, give me some damn socks, I'm ready to fucking go. I leave, didn't never talk to him no more. I didn't talk to him for a couple months. And he, mind you, he did apologize that day. But I wasn't trying to hear that shit because I was just like, this shit gives set up vibes. So, because I'm just like, how you ain't, like, you as a man, how you forget to lock your door? Who came in on us? He did say, like, oh, probably my ex-girlfriend. Well, it was his ex-girlfriend because that's who sent the picture of my ID to him. She came in or whatever. I don't know if the bitch had a key or I really left his door unlocked. I don't know. But, like, knowing what I know now, I definitely believe that this nigga tried to set me up. So, stop talking to him or whatever. And he did reach out to me, like, a couple months later because I was not talking to him. He ended up reaching out to me, apologizing again, was like, you know, like, I just really want to make things right with you, whatever. Like, it's not what you think, da-da-da. So, I ended up agreeing to, like, meeting up with him. We had dinner and we talked about it, whatever. And I was just like, okay, maybe it's not that. So now, you know, now we kicking it or whatever. We, you know, cooling. But, like, I ain't really on that with him, for real. Like, we just cool. So, so by this time now, I didn't move to Miami in April last year. April or whatever. So, we talk. We ain't, like, I'm not really, like, talking to him in that way. But, like, you know, he'll text me here and there or whatever. And, like, you know, we'll talk. And so I ended up coming to Atlanta one weekend or whatnot. And he was like, you know, link up or whatever. I just got a crib, buy your old crib or whatever. Like, come to my new crib. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to check it out. Because he was talking about he wanted me to decorate his home or whatever. Because y'all know that I do interior design or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to check it out. So he ended up picking me up and I ended up going to his crib or whatever. So I want to make this very, very, very clear. This was not a person that I was dating and nothing like that. It didn't even go to that. It didn't even get there yet because our first initial date, the bullshit at the crib had happened where our shit got taken or whatever. Somebody came in on us. So we didn't even make it to that point. We honestly was just cool. Didn't talk to him for a couple months. You know, he apologized. So now, you know, we on speaking terms again or whatnot. That's it. It was nothing more. It was nothing more. So anyway, he picked me up from my crib or whatever. I go to his crib and, you know, he, you know, walks me in. We go downstairs. I'm looking around or whatever. I'm like, okay, everything is nice. Now we're heading upstairs. So as we're heading upstairs, a girl is coming downstairs. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. She was like, what's up? So I'm just like, that's not cute or whatever. But I'm not thinking too much into it. And, like, initially, when I seen her, my first brain is like, it's not thinking like, oh, this is like a girlfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like this is a family member or something like that, right? So, you know, he's showing me around upstairs or whatnot, and we chilling. We sit in his room or whatever, and so we talking and whatnot. So he ended up getting up and going downstairs. Okay, so before he had went downstairs, he had wanted me to download the Roku app because he couldn't find his remote control. So he wanted me to download the Roku app. And so I downloaded the Roku app or whatever, but it didn't work because I needed to be connected to the same Wi-Fi. Now, background. When our first date happened and all that shit happened or whatever, I ended up finding out who his ex-girlfriend was. I ended up finding her Twitter for some odd reason. I ended up finding out the girl fucking Twitter. And so, so when we was passing, I didn't initially know that was her. Because she didn't look the same as in her pictures or whatever. So he ended up coming back upstairs with, a bottle. And he's like, let's take a shot, da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't really drink like that no more. Which at that time, I really was not drinking. And so I'm like, no, I don't want nothing. So he just like kind of like trying to like still kind of pressure me into drinking or whatever. So he was like, damn, do you want to smoke? And I'm like, nah, I don't want to smoke. I'm chilling. So he ended up going back downstairs. And before he went back downstairs, well, as he was walking downstairs, I'm like, I need the Wi-Fi to be connected. So he gives me the Wi-Fi. Now, the girl name, we're going to give her name Tia. Her name is Tia. His name is TJ. So the Wi-Fi name was her name and his name, Tia and TJ Home. So I'm like, is this the same bitch? So I couldn't. And so while he's downstairs, I'm trying to look for the bitch Twitter, but I could not remember the bitch Twitter name. So I had to go through me and my homegirl text messages to see like what her shit was. I go to the fucking Twitter. It's this bitch, the same bitch that I just passed by and said hey to, and she talking about some what's up. That's her. It's her. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck do this nigga got going on? So I'm looking at her Twitter. So like when you walk up to the top of the steps or whatever, like a little foyer area, it was like a little round mirror and a fluffy chair. Her profile picture on Twitter was taken in that damn mirror and that chair. So everything confirmed. So I'm like, this is definitely her. So I text my homegirl. I'm like, girl, fucking TJ, I don't know what the fuck he got going on. He just brought me to his crib on some like trying to be on some cool shit or whatever. But he got this bitch here. So I'm like, I'm about to fucking leave, but I need you to call me. You know, like, you need me right now, right? Because I gotta find an escape. Because I'm like, if I just be like, oh, I want to leave, I don't want to be here no more. Like, you know, he gonna think some shit. Like, I don't know how. Like, bitch, it's 2 against 1. So, he come back upstairs. He was like, damn, like, why you don't want to take a shot or whatever, da da da. So I'm like, I'm turned off now. I'm like, not feeling it, bitch. I'm stiff as fuck. So I'm just like, I don't want to drink. Like, what the fuck you keep trying to feed me liquor? I'm trying to chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my homegirl ended up calling me. This bitch, Lex, is crazy. Lex ended up calling me crying. And so it's quiet in the room. So I turned my volume up so he can fucking hear, bitch. So she's like crying. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, it almost, like, bitch, I started crying because, bitch, we so in the fuck. So, girl, me and my homegirl, we are so fucking in character. Like, I had kind of got lost in the fucking plot because, bitch, I started crying. So, like, while I'm on the phone with him, like, while I'm on the phone with her, he's laying across the bed, and he like huffing and puffing and all this shit or whatever. And so I'm like, I gotta go, whatever. I'm about to call me an Uber, whatever. I gotta leave my house. Like, some shit going on with my homegirl, and I don't know what's going on. And so, he like, man, you want some weird shit. So I'm like, what's weird about me fucking wanting to go, like, cater to my friend, comfort my friend? Like, she's crying. I don't know what's going on right now. So, like, I'm about to leave. I'm about to call me Uber. He was like, you ain't gonna be able to get an Uber over here because it's new construction. The address ain't, whatever, right? So he was like, I'm just gonna take you home. So in the car, like, I'm trying to just keep it cool because I'm just like, I don't know what this nigga is on for real. So I'm just like, I have to play it fucking safe. So I'm just like, what's your issue, whatever? He was like, man, you just on some weird shit, man. I ain't even gonna speak on it, whatever. And I was just like, how you mad that I want to go to my friend to, like, make sure that she's okay? She's fucking crying. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He was like, man, ain't nothing wrong with your friend or whatever. And I was like, bro, like, did you not just hear her crying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So this nigga speeding in the car. He's speeding. Now his house and my old house is like literally like 7 minutes apart. So like he's speeding down this fucking road or whatever, bitch. I'm just like, is this nigga about to run us off the goddamn road because he's pissed because his plan that he probably had in his head didn't fucking like work, I guess. Like, I don't know. But like after that, he took me home, dropped me off. I called my homegirl. I'm like, bro, this nigga just tried to set me up again with this bitch. Like, bro, what the fuck? And so her and I just talking about it. And then after that, I've never, ever spoke to that nigga again. Like, I don't know what this nigga was on. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to, like, get me, like, fucked up. Trying to, like, maybe spike that liquor to get me, like, out of my mind. So him and that girl could do something to me. I don't know what that was. But it was so fucking weird. And then I feel like you as his girlfriend, how you allow him to bring a bitch to your crib and be okay with it? Like, what did y'all have in mind to do? Like, and why are y'all out for me? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, y'all, like, that is my dating horror story of talking to a nigga from Atlanta. And this is why I don't deal with niggas that was born and raised in Atlanta at all. Like, I feel like they all are weird as hell. Like, they just all get me dirty and just vibes. Like, and I'm going, not even gonna lie, no shade, but yeah. Bitch, up fucking date. So why the nigga that I just did a story time about text my phone and was like that I'm capping in my story time. He never tried to set me up. He said, what do you have that I want to set you up about? And you fuck with me a million times after that. So I text him and I said, what's cap about my story time? You don't think that was you setting me up, and I never fuck with you after the situation when you brought me to your home with you and your bitch. So he said, well, I never sent you 700. Looking back at the cash apps, you're right, it wasn't 700. I did get the numbers confused with somebody else that I did have a date with at Cheetah, but that's another story time for another day. It was 500. And I'm going to insert that in this video as well, along with the text messages from that night. So when we first had our first date, and your ex-girlfriend come in and she steal my stuff, and she takes yours, and she takes a picture of my social and my ID, that didn't give off setup. Because put yourself in my shoes. If you came to my house and my ex-boyfriend did that, you would look at me like I'm some type of lineup ass bitch. Am I tripping? Then the second situation, you bring me to your crib with you and your bitch, and on top of that, when I seen her, you didn't even introduce, me to her, which it wasn't like a thing anyway. Like, I didn't really care. But like, you trying to feed me liquor, trying to get me lit or whatever, that wasn't given set up. You bringing me to a crib with you and your bitch. For what? Am I tripping? So anyway, like I said, I had to call my homegirls because I had to get the messages between me and her from that night or whatever. Because I didn't have it in my phone no more because my messages delete after a year. So I had to get it from her. So in the next slide, y'all going to see the blue is her and the gray is me texting her. So yeah, y'all, I'm scared for my life, but I'm going to post this video for just in case purposes. But yeah. So as y'all just read the interaction between me and my best friend Lex or whatever, I'm trying to tell her who I'm with, but she's like, that's not ringing a bell because I hadn't really been like speaking to him or whatever. It just hadn't been anything. So I'm like, TJ, ATL nigga, the dirty nigga. It's the reason behind those names, but I ain't telling no more story time. I told y'all I'm scared for my life, y'all. But like, for you to sit there and say that it wasn't on no setup vibes, then what was it? Because why would you even bring me to a crib with you and your girl? Then try to, like I said, like feed me with liquor. So what did you think was going to transpire that night? What did you think was going to transpire? Like, and then for you to get so upset that I left, why was you so mad? Like, am I missing something, y'all? Like, tell me if I'm tripping, because what was you upset about that? My friend called me, and she's crying, and she needs me, and I need to leave. Why was you upset? And why was I a lame-ass bitch, and I'm being weird? Like, why was all of that? Why? So anyway, yeah, I'm done with the story time. I told you I'm scared for my life, so this is it on this story time. I might talk about it one day on live. I don't know, but yeah, bye y'all. Good night.
Story time about how my mother-in-law invited some hoe to Thanksgiving. Anyways, y'all know Thanksgiving just passed, and I went over to Georgia to go to my boyfriend's family Thanksgiving, as I usually do. And then all of a sudden, when they was making like the Thanksgiving list, I kept noticing like somebody's name on there. Now, this girl has been to my baby's birthday party in October, just like randomly showed up, and I was wondering like, who is this girl? And I asked my boyfriend, I was like, who is that? And he's like, that's my sister's friend. They've been friends like for a long time. And I asked him like, okay, well, what's your history with her? And he's like, nothing, she just been a family friend. I'm like, okay. And next thing you know, when we're getting ready for Thanksgiving and they're going over like the cooking list, who's going to cook what, and they had like a note that was shared between everyone, and I look and I see this girl's name on the list. And I'm like, why is this girl's name on the list? Wait, so rewind. So I kind of told my boyfriend, like, she showed up to my baby's birthday party. I don't even know her. She didn't even bring a gift. Like, that's tacky. Like, what are you doing here? So it kind of felt like it was giving like, oh, my spot is secured or something. But it's like, I don't like that. If I throw something for my baby's birthday, it's not no open invite. It's invite only. And it was something small at Chuck E. Cheese that I only invited his family. So I really didn't see why was she popping up. And I asked him, I was like, so you think, are they inviting her for Thanksgiving? She gonna go to her own family's house. He was like, oh, she got her own family. She gonna go over there. So I didn't think nothing of it until the shared notes came around. And I seen her name on the list for some peanut oil and beverages. And I'm like, what is her name doing on the list? You just said that she gonna go to her family for Thanksgiving. And he was like, oh, that's what I thought. So I'm like, you know what? I was going to go if it's like all about family and everything like that. But since y'all adding strangers to y'all Thanksgiving roster and shit, like, I'm no longer interested. We need to either just stay home for Thanksgiving or just go to my family's house. So I told his mom we weren't going to make it for Thanksgiving. And then, y'all, I kid you not, this lady starts blowing my phone up, starts texting my man, calling my man, and whatever like that. And she starts hinting, because I feel like, when you being messy like that, you kind of know what my issue is, but you don't want to go out and say it. So she wanted to know like why I wasn't coming. But it's like, oh, you know why I'm not coming. So she go around blowing the phones up and just asking all these questions and stuff. And I just left it simple. I didn't make it about that hoe. I was like, oh, we just gonna go to my family's for Thanksgiving. Mind you, she was supposed to get the kids on Sunday when I came back from my birthday trip for Dallas. She was supposed to get the kids, but I ended up taking my kids, So she was like, oh, we didn't get the kids and we wanted to know if you were still coming for Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh, we'll probably go to my family's house. And then she's like, oh, why? What's the problem? Thanksgiving is very important to me. I really want you guys to come, like this and that. So I'm like, oh, no issue. I'm like not letting it off like it's an issue. I'm like, we're just going to my family. Like, I've been with this boy for like so many years, and we've been to his family's house for Thanksgiving because I didn't grow up in a family like that celebrated holidays, so we didn't really do that on my side, so I would just always come to his. But I started thinking of it like, and if it was somebody who was like regular, who had holidays on both sides of the family, sometimes they'll go here, sometimes they'll go there. So why now she's acting all entitled like we have to go when I'm literally telling you I'm going to my family? She was definitely upset, and she was just asking me why, and I just left it at like, we're just going to my family's house. So then she says, oh, and I wanted to also talk to you about the blank situation, Brent saying that girl's name. And I'm like, what situation? I never talked to you about her. I never said anything to you about her. And she was like, oh, I just really wanted to get your input and your side of things to see why you feel the way that you feel and this and that. And again, I never talked to his mom about that shit. So you want to know how? I reached out to the girl and I had my own one-on-one with her after my baby birthday party to really figure out, like, girl, who is you and why is you here? And just asking her questions. And how about this messy asshole went back and told his mama that I said something to her, as in like, and his mama was coming at me like she was supposed to play Captain Save-A-Hole, trying to be a mediator type shit. Like, this is a grown-ass woman. I ain't talked to you about this shit. I talked to her about it. Now, why is her scary ass going back to you like she about to stop some shit? See, I don't like that. All of that messy shit. Y'all, like and share this video for part 2 so I could tell y'all how it went down after I had to really say something, because at that point, I was pissed off. And also, y'all gonna see in part 2 the part my boyfriend plays in it too, because niggas.